what are the pros and cons of living in Stoney Creek? As Stoney Creek is an amazing spot to live in, as it not only does it have those old classic detached homes that have lots of charm, but you also have those newer development areas. And as a result, what I find when talking to a lot of clients that are interested in moving to Hamilton or even perhaps Burlington, is they're really interested in this area here. So in today's video, before actually moving here, I'm gonna give you the top pros, the top cons, so you know whether or not Stoney Creek matches the lifestyle you're looking for. So if you're new here, my name is Matthew. I'm a local realtor, and this is my channel where I share everything about what it's like living in Burlington and the surrounding areas like Stoney Creek. So other than that, I won't waste any more of your time, and let's just jump on into it to the pros of living in Stoney Creek. And the very first pro, like many other areas of Hamilton, is all the amazing waterfalls and green spaces Stoney Creek offers. As not only do you have the Devil's Punch Bowl and conservation area, which you can check out this unique 37-meter ribbon waterfall inside this massive punch bowl. And then right beside Devil's Punch Bowl, you can also go visit Punch Bowl's Market that has some great local pastries and produce for you to enjoy. And then right beside Lake Ontario, another classic park here is 50 Point Conservation Area, which is a great park to enjoy Lake Ontario and the beautiful beachfront it offers, but it also offers some great camping sites if you want to camp in the same area you live. And then another iconic park in Stoney Creek that borders Lake Ontario is Confederation Park. Now, Confederation Park offers some great beaches, but is also home to Hamilton's water park, Wild Waterworks, as well as Adventure Village, which offers mini putt, bumper cars, and batting cages all within its park. Then, the second pro I hear so many residents love about Stoney Creek is its location, as it's conveniently located on the QEW, giving you quick and easy access to all the cities out towards Toronto, about an hour drive towards Toronto, and then you're about 45 minutes out to Niagara Falls and St. Catharines. So it's a great centrally located spot, just located on the southern tip of Lake Ontario. But other than the great location, you're also right beside Hamilton's International Airport to catch a quick flight out if you need. Then another pro I know so many people moving to Stoney Creek love is the real estate opportunities, as not only is Stoney Creek one of the more affordable areas within Hamilton's borders, as it's cheaper on average historically than Ancaster, Dundas, Waterdown, and Flamborough, but it also has a lot of different real estate options to choose from. As in the southern part, closer to Lake Ontario, you have those older detached homes sitting on nice mature lots, as well as a wide variety of different attached and semi-detached options, as well as a few low rises mixed in. But then on the north end of Stoney Creek on the mountain, you have a lot of newer development areas that maybe offer a little bit smaller of a lot, but offer you those newer looking homes within a neighborhood that has a consistent look and feel. So if you're interested in learning what real estate opportunities are available at you watching this now, go check out my website where you can search up exactly based on what you're looking for. Other than the real estate opportunities, another great pro so many residents love about living in Hamilton is the great healthcare. As not only do you have a wide variety of different hospitals to choose from, the McMaster Sick Kids Children's Hospital, to Hamilton General Hospital, to the Juravinsky Cancer Center, that have all seen awards won over the last few years for a wide variety of different areas. Then another strong pro I know so many people love living in Stoney Creek about is the schooling system, as not only do you have a wide variety of great elementary schools and high schools to choose from. If you want to go check out which ones are right for you, highly recommend you go check out the Fraser Institute rankings. But as for the post-secondary schools, you have a lot of options within a short driving distance, as not only do you have McMaster University and Mohawk just in the central part of Hamilton right beside Stoney Creek, but you also have Brock's satellite campus in Stoney Creek, and then just a short drive away from Stoney Creek, you also have Brock's official university in St. Catharines, as well as Niagara College. Then another pro about living in Stoney Creek is all the festivals and events that happen to go on, as in the springtime, you have Wyona's Peach Festival, which is a great spot to go check out and grab some local produce as well as some peach pastries. And in my opinion, the peach pastries are some of the best pastries you can get. But also you have the Stoney Creek Starlight Drive-In Movie Theater. You have those Wild Waterworks we talked about just a moment ago, as well as the wide variety of sports teams like the Hamilton Tiger Cats, Hamilton Bulldogs, or the Forge FC. But because of Stoney Creek's central location, you're also just a short drive away from Toronto and Buffalo, offering you that NFL that you might be looking for, or the NBA or NHL in Toronto. And if you love wine tasting, then Stoney Creek might be right for you, as you're right beside one of the best areas to grow grapes for wine in Canada in the Niagara regions. And as a result of this location, Stoney Creek is perfect to go check out on a weekend one of the 53 wineries located in one of the neighboring cities. But also, you can have some amazing golf courses in the Stoney Creek areas, whether that's Glendale Golf and Country Club, King Forest Golf Club, or the Scenic Woods Golf Club. Now, let's talk about some of the cons of living in Stoney Creek. So the very first con about living in Stoney Creek is while it does offer a great geographically central location, it is going to have traffic when you commute, as this is a big bottleneck will be the Skyway Bridge or the Red Hill Valley heading out to Toronto on a regular basis for all the commuters from Hamilton that are heading out east to Toronto. Then another area about Stoney Creek, and while it's not as bad as it is in central Hamilton, is you definitely do get some more one-way roads in Stoney Creek when you compare it to the neighboring city of Burlington or even out to St. Catharines. So just something that you're going to have to get used to when living in this area here. Then, other than the traffic, another negative about living in Stoney Creek is the high property taxes, as Hamilton has some of the higher property taxes compared to the neighboring cities. So if you were to buy a $1 million home in Burlington, the property taxes, to give you an example, are just under $8,000. However, in Hamilton, for that same $1 million home, while your dollars will go a bit further in Hamilton, we'll see the average property taxes at just over $12,000. So in the past, near the south part of Stoney Creek, we've seen an older population that's just aged with the community. However, over the last 10 years, because of the home prices increasing in the neighboring cities, we're seeing a larger influx of newer young families or young professionals looking to make the move to Stoney Creek. And as a result, these demographics, especially those young professionals, are looking for some nightlife to do. And unfortunately, Stoney Creek doesn't have too much to offer you. Now, thankfully, you do have central Hamilton just a short drive away, but within Stoney Creek borders, this is definitely a negative, as there's really not much nightlife happening in Stoney Creek. However, you can still find a few great bars if you're just looking to grab a casual drink and catch up with some old friends. Then the final con really associated with Stoney Creek is the gentrification going on in this area here. Now, it's really going on throughout all of Hamilton, especially in the more affordable areas like Stoney Creek, and that's because just the original residents that once called Stoney Creek home are being pushed further out because of the rising real estate prices and just the overall cost of living as well. Now, this is a flip side that we've talked about in my other videos as well, going over just the great opportunities this does propose those new families coming in and calling Stoney Creek home and being able to establish new businesses that will once be called Stoney Creek classics when given enough time. So those were the pros and cons of living in Stoney Creek. If you're interested in other pros and cons, the next video I recommend you go check out are my pros and cons going over the entire city of Hamilton, really focused though in the central part. So you can check out that video right there. And if you're thinking about moving to Stoney Creek or one of the areas and want a help from a professional, feel free to shoot me a message. I'd be happy to help you out. Other than that, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you off in the next video.